Hello guys, welcome back. In this lecture, I am going to explain the comma operator and the size of operator. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. Open a new file and in this lecture, comma operator and also the size of operator, right? Size of operator. Cool. So let me get started with my code. So library file hash include stdio.h. Sorry, it's and int main. So I'm going to declare two variables, int a equals int a int b. Okay, and I'm gonna scan it. How? %d a and b, and the printf, I'm gonna print this sum is %d comma a plus b. Alright, so what it will give? It will give the sum. So I'm gonna save it as additional operators. Okay, operators, save it. See, I'm gonna enter 2 3. This, like, we are not scanning here, right? Inside the scanning we have to supply it to a memory allocation, right? So we forget to keep our ampersands. See guys, if we forget to keep the ampersand symbols, there will not be errors. Keep it in mind. So the compiler will not show any error. So be careful. Now compile again. So give two inputs, the sum is 5. Alright. So we are declaring the A and B in two different lines. Instead, we can keep a comma and declare it here. Comma B. See, the same output will come now. 2, 5, the answer will be 7. Yeah. So this is the comma operator we used. So the comma operator is used to combine any of the two variables which we declare now. Okay, so if there are multiple variables, we can all define it under the same data type and we can separate them using the comma operator. So this is the basic use of comma operator. And now see what happens. I want to declare three variables and equals 0. Okay, now I'm gonna print the values. Okay, the value of a is %d comma a. So in the same way I'm going to print all the values. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, sorry, and I'm going to paste it twice. I'm going to change the values to b, c, and here comes b, and here is the c. Cool. So what happens now? See, sorry, I'm gonna keep \n in order to give it in separate lines. Okay, no need to give it here, and let me do it as 5 and let me see the output. Now you can see the value of a is 1, the value of b is 0, and the value of c is 5. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is introduce a new variable now, c, and in the same way I want to copy and I want to paste it here. This will be D. Okay, remove backslash and keep it here. So let us see. Yeah, so what I want to tell you is wherever the equal symbol, okay, the equal symbol belongs to that variable only. If we declare D as 5, so what happens? The value of D would be 5. The remaining values will be default values. The default value of integer is zeros. B is 0 and A is 0, and the value of the first integer would be 1. So that is what you can see in the output screen. The default values will be 0, the assigned value will be 5. So this is basically the comma operator. Okay. So I'm gonna explain now the size of operator. So what is the size of operator? It is something which basically used to know the size. You will be understanding now. See, I'm gonna declare a int a equals something like 17. Okay, and if you remember from the section 2, I guess, what is the size of int? The size of int will be, do you remember? If not, see, percentage d, come on, size of, and inside the braces a, the size of a would be, see, the integer size may be 2 or 4. It depends on the compiler and the operating system which you are using. It basically depends on the compiler. But whenever we are solving any competitive exams or anything, if he is asking if there is the need of size, for, there you have to use 2 bytes only. Okay, don't use 4. Based on compiler, it may be 4 or 2. In some of your compilers, it may be 2. In some of your compilers, it may be 4. Okay, so now I'm gonna see the size of a. This is the main use of a size. Okay, and also I'm going to printf the size of an integer will be, okay, will be percentage d. What is that? Size of int. Okay, now see the output. Gonna keep a new line so that we will not be confused. Now see the size of a, since a is integer, it is 4. Also the size of integer will be 4. I'm gonna print it, command C, for all the data types. Int, char, float. Okay, and also double. I'll check it for double also, so that you can have more clarity. Let me put it under a new lines, all, or else we will be confused. Now compile and run. So see, the size of integer is 4. The size of, this is character, right? And this is float. I forgot to change. So this is double. Let me compile this again and see the output now. The size of integer will be 4. The size of character is 1. The size of float is 4. The size of double is 8. So the size depends on compiler. Some of your compilers may also have 2. No issues with that. But basically, whenever there is a competitive exam, me consider it as 2 and the double as 8. Okay. So in this lecture, I had explained you about the comma operator and the size of operator. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.